Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on January 13th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Angulangayategaram Yathivatavadvande Srigaronidatarinam Paramanandamadavam Sri Chaitanya Islam Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu compilation.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's compilation. Lord Gauranga empowers everyone whom he met to be preachers.
রাতে পুনরায় যাত্রা প্রাতঃকালে স্নান করিলা গমন ভক্তগণে বিদায় দিল করিয়ালিঙ্গন.
The next morning, after taking his bath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started on his South Indian tour. He bade farewell to the devotees by embracing them.
The great affection Lord Chaitanya had
The great affection that Lord Chaitanya had
for his devotees
was
expressed by his embracing them.
was expressed by him embracing them.
প্রভুর নিরপেক্ষতা মূর্ছিত হইয়া সবে ভূমিতে পড়িলা তাহা সবা পানে প্রভু ফিরে না চাহিলা.
Although they all fell to the ground unconscious, the Lord did not turn to see them but proceeded onward.
So we see that the devotees in a great separation.
So we see the devotees, they were in great separation
Lord Chaitanya
from Lord Chaitanya,
all ended on the ground,
and they fell on the ground,
unconscious.
unconscious.
But the Lord
But the Lord,
complete renunciation.
but the Lord was playing like a complete renunciate,
Complete in renunciation.
complete in renunciation.
He didn't look back,
He didn't look back,
but proceeded forward to South India.
but proceeded forward to South India.
প্রভুর পশ্চাতে জলপাত্রাদি বাহক কৃষ্ণদাস বিচ্ছেদে ব্যাকুল প্রভু চলিলা দুঃখী হইয়া পাছে কৃষ্ণ দাস যায় জলপাত্র লইয়া.
In separation, the Lord became very much perturbed and walked on unhappily. His servant Krishnadas, who was carrying his water pot, followed behind.
So this verse describes
So this verse describes
how the Lord felt separation from his devotees.
how the Lord felt separation from his devotees.
But he didn't look back.
But he didn't look back.
He was unhappy.
He was unhappy
He separated from his devotees.
to be separated from his devotees.
These are the exceptional qualities of Lord Chaitanya.
These are the exceptional qualities of Lord Chaitanya.
সেই দিন ভক্তগণের উপবাসান্তর পুরী গমন ভক্তগণ উপবাসী তাহাই রহিলা আর দিনে দুঃখী হইয়া নীলাচলে আইলা.
All the devotees remained there and fasted, and the next day they all unhappily returned to Jagannath Puri.
মত্ত সিংহ প্রায় প্রভু করিলা গমন প্রেমাবেশে যাই করি নাম সংকীর্তন।
Almost like a mad lion, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour, filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtana, chanting Krishna's names as follows.
শ্রীমুখ কীর্তিত শ্লোক। কৃষ্ণ 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 হে, কৃষ্ণ 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 হে, কৃষ্ণ 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 রক্ষামাম, কৃষ্ণ 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 পাহি মাম, রাম রাঘব রাম রাঘব রাম রাঘব রক্ষামাম, কৃষ্ণ কেশব কৃষ্ণ কেশব কৃষ্ণ কেশব পাহি মাম।
The Lord chanted Krishna 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 Krishna, Krishna 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 Hey, Krishna 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 Hey, Krishna 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 Rakshamam, Krishna 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 Pahimam. That is, O Lord Krishna, please protect me and maintain me. He also chanted Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshamam, Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Krishna Kesava Pahimam. That is, O Lord Rama, descendant of King Raghu, please protect me. O Krishna, O Kesava, killer of the Kesi demon, please maintain me. Murari Gupta Kacha 3.14.9. Then setting forward to the southern lands, Gaurahari danced and sang Krishna 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 Oh, Krishna 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 Oh, Krishna 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 protect me, Krishna 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 protect me. Murari Gupta Kacha 3.14.10. While he chanted this mantra, tears of prema fell from his eyes. Those tears formed an ocean of love, and upon the billows of that ocean he floated about, lost to the world of externals. He rolled about on the earth, his body trembled greatly. Then he would run swiftly. Sri Hari's throat became choked as he wept, and he cast affectionate glances at the creeper-covered trees.
So Lord Chaitanya
So Lord Chaitanya
was sometimes rolling on the ground in ecstasy,
was sometimes rolling on the ground with ecstasy,
sometimes running ahead.
sometimes running ahead.
He was completely absorbed in his internal ecstasies
He was completely absorbed in his internal ecstasy
of pure love for Krishna.
of pure love for Krishna.
লোককে হরিনাম দান, এই শ্লোক পথে পড়ি চলিলা গৌর হরি, লোক দেখি পথে কয়ে বল হরি হরি।
Chanting this verse, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as Gaurahari, went on his way. As soon as he saw someone, he would request him to chant Hari Hari.
Everyone he met,
He would ask them to chant
the holy name of Hari.
the holy name of Hari.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
This way,
In this way,
he was preaching to everyone.
he was preaching to everyone.
প্রভুর মুখে নাম শ্রবণে লোকের হরিনাম গ্রহণ, সেই লোক প্রেমমত্ত হইয়া বলে হরি হরি কৃষ্ণ, প্রভুর পাছে সঙ্গে যায় দর্শন সখ কৃষ্ণ।
Whoever heard Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chant Hari Hari also chanted the holy name of Lord Hari and Krishna. In this way, they all followed the Lord, very eager to see him.
Just like honeybees going after the honey.
Just like honeybees going after the honey.
People are racing after Lord Chaitanya to taste the nectar of his chanting.
people were chasing after Lord Chaitanya to taste the nectar of his chanting.
প্রভুর শক্তি সঞ্চারে সেই বৈষ্ণব কর্তৃক গ্রামস্থ সকলের বৈষ্ণবতা। কতক্ষণে রহি প্রভু তারে আলিঙ্গিয়া, বিদায় করিলা তারে শক্তি সঞ্চারিয়া।
After some time, the Lord would embrace these people and bid them return home, having invested each of them with spiritual potency. Purport. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that this spiritual potency is the essence of the pleasure potency and the knowledge potency. By these two potencies, one is empowered with devotional service. Lord Krishna himself or his representative, the unalloyed devotee, can mercifully bestow these combined potencies upon any man. Being thus endowed with such potencies, one can become an unalloyed devotee of the Lord. Anyone favored by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was empowered with this Bhakti Sakti. Thus, the Lord's followers were able to preach Krishna consciousness by divine grace.
Similarly, the divine grace of Lord Swami Prabhupada,
Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
empowered people from all over the world
to take up the process of devotional service enunciated by Lord Chaitanya.
That's why he empowered people with Bhakti Sakti.
In this way, he empowered people with Bhakti Sakti.
And the Krishna conscious movement is teaching because of this Bhakti Sakti.
And the Krishna conscious movement is preaching because of the Bhakti Sakti. It's teaching. Spreading because of the Bhakti Sakti.
সেই জন নিজ গ্রামে করিয়া গমন, কৃষ্ণ বলি হাসে কান্দে নাচে অনুক্ষণ।
Each of these empowered persons would return to his own village, always chanting the holy name of Krishna, and sometimes laughing, crying, and dancing.
So, Lord Chaitanya, by giving out his Bhakti Sakti,
So Lord Chaitanya, by giving out his Bhakti Sakti,
people start to feel ecstatic love for Krishna.
Sometimes laughing, sometimes crying, sometimes dancing. So,
in this way,
he was spreading the Krishna conscious movement unlimitedly,
and that principle is being spread throughout the world.
And today that principle is being spread throughout the world.
Every religion
Says this slogan.
We should love God.
We should love God.
And Lord Chaitanya
practically gave
that Bhakti Shakti,
that potency of loving to love Supreme Personality of Godhead.
যারে দেখে তারে কহে কহ কৃষ্ণ নাম, এই মতো বৈষ্ণব কইল সব নিজ গ্রাম।
Such an empowered person would request everyone and anyone, whomever he saw, to chant the holy name of Krishna. In this way, all the villagers would also become devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport: in order to become an empowered preacher, one must be favored by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his devotee, the spiritual master. One must also request everyone to chant the Mahamantra. In this way, such a person can convert others to Vaishnavism, showing them how to become pure devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Now, this special instruction of Lord Chaitanya
So this special instruction of Lord Chaitanya
to tell everyone that they met
to tell everyone that they met
the message of Krishna.
the message of Krishna.
Get the people to chant
Get the people to chant
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And this way,
So in this way,
people became
Vaishnavas.
And Lord Chaitanya did it personally
So Lord Chaitanya did it personally
and empowered the people to do it on his behalf.
and empowered people to do that on his behalf.
And the spiritual master following in the disciplic succession,
And the spiritual master following in the disciplic succession
Lord Chaitanya
from Lord Chaitanya
Mahaprabhu
Mahaprabhu
also have this potency.
also have this potency
To encourage the people to chant Hare Krishna.
to encourage the people to chant Hare Krishna.
And thus the life becomes successful.
And thus the life becomes successful.
অন্য গ্রামবাসীরাও সেই বৈষ্ণব দর্শন কৃপা ফলে বৈষ্ণবত্ব প্রাপ্তি গ্রামান্তর হইতে দেখিতে আইল যতজন তার দর্শন কৃপায় হয় তারও সম
People from different villages who came to see such an empowered individual would become like him simply by seeing him and receiving the mercy of his glance.
Lord Chaitanya would embrace
Lord Chaitanya would embrace
such devotees
and
or they would see Lord Chaitanya
or they would see Lord Chaitanya
they would start to chant and laugh and cry,
and they start to chant, laugh and cry.
and whoever saw them,
And whoever saw them,
they also became very much inspired
to take up devotional service.
এই রূপে সমগ্র দাক্ষিণাত্যবাসীর উদ্ধার ও বৈষ্ণবতা লাভ সেই যায় গ্রামের লোক বৈষ্ণব করায় অন্য গ্রামে আসি তারে দেখি বৈষ্ণব হয়
When each of these newly empowered individuals returned to his own village, he also converted the villagers into devotees. And when others came from different villages to see him, they were also converted. So in this way, people simply by seeing or hearing Lord Chaitanya, they became converted to Vaishnavas. And simply by seeing them, others became converted. In this way, this Vaishnavism was spread naturally all over South India.
সেই যায় অন্য গ্রামে করে উপদেশ এই মতো বৈষ্ণব হইল সব দক্ষিণ দেশ
In this way, as empowered man went from one village to another, all people of South India became devotees.
প্রভু কর্তৃক বহু ভাগ্যবান জীবের উদ্ধার এই মতো পথে যাইতে শত শত জন বৈষ্ণব করেন তারে করি আলিঙ্গন
Thus, many hundreds of people became Vaishnavas when they passed the Lord on the way and were embraced by him.
So, in other yugas, Krishna would protect the devotees and annihilate miscreants.
So, in other yugas, Krishna would protect devotees and annihilate the miscreants.
Here we see
But here we see
Lord Chaitanya
In Lord Chaitanya,
doesn't use any weapon of violence.
he doesn't use any weapons or violence.
He simply embraces the people,
He simply embraces people,
gives them pure love of Krishna,
gives them pure love of Krishna,
and destroys their demonic natures,
and destroys their demoniac nature,
leaving their pure devotional nature.
giving them pure devotional nature.
This way,
In this way,
they spread also the Krishna consciousness.
they spread also the Krishna consciousness.
প্রভুর ভিক্ষাদাতার দর্শনকারীগণেরও বৈষ্ণবত্ব লাভের পর আচার্য রূপে বহু লোকোদ্ধার। যেই গ্রামে রহি ভিক্ষা করেন যার ঘরে, সেই গ্রামের যত লোক আইসে দেখিবারে।
In whatever village Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed to accept alms, many people came to see him.
And actually, sannyasi is not supposed to cook his own food.
Naturally, a sannyasi should not cook his own food.
So he would stay at some village.
So he would stay in some village,
At that time, there were Brahmins who were
and at that time there were
Who are
brahmanas who are vegetarian,
they would take the Krishna Prasad.
and they take Krishna prasadam.
Now people would come to see him.
And when the people come to see him,
Not, he would bless everyone.
so he would bless everyone
And then they take all Krishna consciousness.
so that they take up Krishna consciousness.
প্রভুর কৃপায় হয় মহাভাগবত, সেই সব আচার্য হইয়া তারিল জগৎ।
By the mercy of the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone became a first-class devotee. Later, they became teachers or spiritual masters and liberated the entire world.
Simply by receiving the mercy of Lord Chaitanya,
So, simply by receiving the mercy of Lord Chaitanya,
they became first-class devotees or spiritual masters.
they became first-class devotees or spiritual masters.
And actually, they could deliver the people to Krishna consciousness.
And naturally, they could deliver people to Krishna consciousness.
এই রূপে সমগ্র দক্ষিণ দেশের উদ্ধার। এই মতো কইলা যাবৎ গেলা সেতু বন্ধনে, সর্বদেশ বৈষ্ণব হইল প্রভুর সম্বন্ধে।
In this way, the Lord went to the extreme southern part of India and he converted all the provinces to Vaishnavism.
Lord Chaitanya had the potency
Lord Chaitanya had the potency
to give Krishna consciousness
to give Krishna consciousness
all over South India.
all over South India.
And thus Vaishnava, we became Vaishnava.
And thus people became Vaishnavas.
So this way,
So in this way,
people follow
Lord Chaitanya.
They can make their countries
They can make their countries Krishna conscious.
প্রভুর কৃপা মহিমা নবদ্বীপ অপেক্ষা দাক্ষিণাত্যে অধিকতর প্রকাশিত। নবদ্বীপে যেই শক্তি না কইলা প্রকাশে, সেই শক্তি প্রকাশী নিস্তারিল দক্ষিণ দেশে।
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not manifest his spiritual potencies at Navadvip, but he did manifest them in South India and liberated all the people there. Purport. At that time, there were many smartas, non-devotee followers of Vedic rituals at the holy place of Navadvip, which was also the birthplace of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Followers of Smriti Shastra are called smartas. Most of them are non-devotees and their main business is following the Brahminical principle strictly. However, they are not enlightened in devotional service. In Navadvip, all the learned scholars are followers of the Smriti Sastra, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not attempt to convert them. Therefore, the author has remarked that the spiritual potency of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not manifest at Navadvip, was by His grace manifested in South India. Thus, everyone there became a Vaishnava. By this, it is not to be understood that people are really interested in preaching in a favorable situation. If candidates for conversion are too disturbing, a preacher may not attempt to spread Krishna consciousness amongst them. It is better to go where the situation is more favorable. This Krishna consciousness movement was first attempted in India, but the people of India, being absorbed in political thoughts, did not take to it. They were entranced by the political leaders. We preferred, therefore, to come to the West, following the order of our spiritual master. And by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this movement is becoming successful.
So, the very grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
So His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
is using this example
using this example
why he came to the West,
of why he came to the West,
carry out the order of his spiritual master,
to carry out the order of his spiritual master,
and that in the West, people were more interested in spiritual matter.
In the West, people were more interested in the spiritual matter,
Being frustrated with the Western materialism.
being frustrated with the Western materialism.
In India,
In India,
absorbed in the political thoughts.
In India, people were absorbed in the political thoughts.
It was difficult to change the way they were thinking.
So it was difficult to change the way they were thinking.
So, rather to preach in the West.
So it was better to preach in the West.
So somehow I got sent from the West to India.
I got sent from the West to India.
And here we find Indian people, they like to hear from Westerners.
So here we find that Indian people, they like to hear from the Westerners
About their own culture.
although their own culture.
So
somehow or other,
we have to spread the Vajra movement of Lord Chaitanya.
Somehow or other, we have to spread the movement of Lord Chaitanya.
And let the people get the mercy.
And let the people to get the mercy.
চৈতন্য ভক্তেরই ভগবত কৃপাশক্তিতে বিশ্বাস, প্রভুকে যে ভজে তারে তার কৃপা হয়, সেই সে এ সব লীলা সত্য করি লয়।
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's empowering of others can be understood by one who is actually a devotee of the Lord and who has received His mercy.
How Lord Chaitanya, simply by his embracing or blessing
How Lord Chaitanya, simply by his embracing, blessing others, he could empower them to become great preachers.
How he was giving his mercy out,
and how he was giving his mercy out freely. This can be understood by devotees.
They see how the Lord has unlimited power.
They see how the Lord has unlimited power to give out this mercy of pure love.
অপ্রাকৃত লীলায় বিশ্বাস ফলেই নিত্য কল্যাণ লাভ, নতুবা অক্ষজ জ্ঞানে সর্বনাশ। অলৌকিক লীলায় যার না হয় বিশ্বাস, ইহলোক পরলোক তার হয় নাশ।
If one does not believe in the uncommon transcendental pastimes of the Lord, he is vanquished both in this world and in the next.
One thinks
If one thinks
that Lord Chaitanya's mercy
that Lord Chaitanya's mercy
cannot reach anyone
cannot reach anyone
due to their caste, creed,
due to their caste, creed,
gender,
gender,
or
or anything
material,
material,
that will be lost.
they will be lost.
Lord Chaitanya's mercy
Lord Chaitanya's mercy
can reach everyone.
can reach everyone.
And that should be believed by the devotees of the Lord.
And that should be believed by the devotees of the Lord.
প্রথমেই কহিল প্রভুর যে রূপে গমন, এই মতো জানিহ যাব দক্ষিণ ভ্রমণ।
Whatever I have stated about the beginning of the Lord's tour should also be understood to hold for as long as the Lord toured South India.
So Lord Chaitanya spent about 6 years traveling throughout India.
So Lord Chaitanya spent about 6 years traveling South India.
And so wherever he went,
So wherever he went,
he asked all the people to chant Hare Krishna.
he asked all the people to chant Hare Krishna.
He gave his bhakti shakti
He gave his bhakti shakti
to everyone.
to everyone.
The author is saying that
So the author is saying that
Lord Chaitanya did this
Lord Chaitanya did this
throughout South India.
throughout South India.
But, he's not explaining it again and again.
But he's not
Avoid repetition.
explaining it again and again to avoid repetition.
But we should understand
But we could understand
this is the system
that this is the system
Lord Chaitanya used
Lord Chaitanya used
traveling throughout India.
while traveling throughout India.
His divine grace to the A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada.
And His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada
A similar system
used this system,
in the Western countries.
used similar system in the Western countries.
Today now is the Makar Sankranti, the Pongal day.
Tomorrow is the Makara Sankranti, the Pongal day.
It's the New Year day in South India.
It's like a New Year day in South India.
And we would usually be in South India now,
And usually we will be in South India now,
observing this Bhogi Pongal.
observing this Bogi and Pongal.
So Lord Chaitanya
So Lord Chaitanya,
is sublime
his sublime process
of chanting Hare
of chanting Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
spread by Prabhupada,
was spread by Srila Prabhupada all over the world. Thus ends the chapter entitled Lord Gauranga empowers everyone whom he met to be preachers.
Gauranga,
Gauranga,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.